welcome back to my channel. On this vlog, we are traveling to India. I am so excited to see my family. It was a super long flight, around 7.5 hours, but we started very early morning to go to the Qutub Minar, and this was the best idea because we got the most peaceful and scenic views at 7 a.m. This is me getting super excited to meet my friend Sharon, who I haven't seen since my bachelor's university, basically 5 years, and we were so crazy excited to be reunited in Delhi. We also went to the Jantar Mantar, which is an astronomical tower, and after a quick lunch, we headed to the Jama Masjid, which was packed on Friday, and we also went to Chandni Chowk to try all the delicious street food. I highly recommend to book a rickshaw for the whole day in Agra so you get to see at least all the famous sites. These three were the top, and you get to also have enough time to relax and not have too much walking during the hot summer months in India. In Jaipur, we stayed at the most amazing hostel called Jaipur View, where we had a private room and also a rickshaw that we could hire for the whole day for quite an affordable price, and also the most amazing host who gave us all the recommendations. Chokidani is kind of like a theme park for the authentic Rajasthani experience where you can see all of the cultural dances, the kind of handmade textiles and jewelry they make, and also this entire village kind of view of what it's like to be in Rajasthan. They had the most amazing puppet show. Also, this place needs at least 2 or 3 hours of your evening, so make sure you have time for this. And you also get to eat food in a Rajasthani style buffet where they serve you and you sit on the floor, and it's just an entire experience you cannot miss out on when you are in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Hello, welcome back to my vlog. This is so late because it's basically the last day of my holiday right now, and I have been so bad at vlogging this trip because I was really enjoying it, and I was very busy with my family and some friends. So it's just a compilation, I think, of all the things that I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. So basically, I was a bit in Delhi, and I also spent some time in UP, where we went to Agra for the Taj Mahal. We went to also Rajasthan to Jaipur, and then to Uttarakhand for Rishikesh. So we did like 4 states in like 2 weeks. It was a bit intense, but we had a lot of fun. And I think it was enough time in each place to keep it moving and lively, and we never got bored. So it was really nice. I think I can't explain the whole trip because it'll be really long and boring, but I would maybe give like 5 top tips when you're traveling to India because I think there are some things you really, really have to know. I think the first thing that was really helpful for me was to have the Uber app. And the unfortunate thing is in the airports, you have to always have like an Indian number to already get the Wi Fi there. So that's the part where I made a mistake and I paid a huge amount to get to my taxi to my apartment in Delhi. And it was, they basically kind of cheated me, of course, but I did not have the knowledge or the internet or anything like that to make sure that I was doing it correctly. But normally it's always nice to have an Uber app so you already know how much estimated cost would be, and then you can just grab a taxi or whatever's nearby if you really need to and ask for the same amount. So that's really possible, so they won't cheat you, because that was a really big one I learned on this trip. I think secondly was in Delhi, especially, make sure you eat in nicer places. Like, I do not eat any street food here. Normally, I love it. And Mumbai, I always eat street food. But in my trip in the north, I tried to minimize my street food. And also, the street food I ate was really inside restaurants or things like that, not really literally on the streets. Because Delhi belly is a real thing, and I'm not sure how good the water is here. So, I really recommend eating nicer stuff in Delhi because, of course, when you come from abroad, you can kind of afford it, and it's delicious food in restaurants, and they have very high quality like service and taste. And a must eat is Indian Chinese cuisine. Like, this is so specific to India, and they have like Szechuan Manchurian, and this is my favorite cuisine, and I really enjoyed this a lot on this trip. I think thirdly is you have to kind of imagine or see that your hostels that you would live in would be of a lower quality than in photos in general. So I wouldn't recommend most of the hostels that I lived in here. I stayed in an Airbnb when I first came, which was really decent and nice. But many of the hostels were in quite like dirty areas and in shady colonies and stuff. So I moved from there and I went to hotels instead after. So I think hostels are a bit dodgy and hotels are more also affordable. So it's better to stick to those, I would suggest. Although it's harder to meet people, of course, because hostels are really a nice place to meet people. But I would highly recommend my hostel in Jaipur. This was the best hostel I stayed at. Like, the vibes, the host, also there are a lot of cool people there, and the recommendations we got from him was so important. So I really recommend the hostel in Jaipur. It was called Jaipur View, and it was really so nearby from all the attractions, and it was great. Fourthly, I think if you're very short on time, like we were, it's great to hire like a rickshaw for the whole day, and then you get to see a lot of places, and it minimizes your walking in the hot sun, especially. And you also don't waste much time, and you have place to keep your luggage or like your essentials in the rickshaw while they wait for you while you're doing the sightseeing. So I really recommend this, and it was, I think, rather affordable. Like, maybe in 20 euros you can like rent the rickshaw for almost, yeah, the whole day, and you get to see like loads of things in one time. So I really recommend this very highly. And fifth, I don't know what is fifth. I haven't really thought of a fifth point. I think these are my 4 important things that I can really remember and recommend. But if you have any questions, please leave in the comments, and I will try my best to answer them. And I've already made a bit of a compilation of my trip, and I hope you like it. This is a must try in Connaught Place. It was so fun and tasty, and it wasn't burning at all.